the Sun Prairie Police Department.
Thanks, Joe. My name is Lieutenant Linda Anderson, and I have the privilege of working for the Sun Prairie Police Department. And I just want to say, I just have a few things to say, but I want to say, Joe, that my investigators are jealous of me coming here today because I get to meet the dude. They affectionately refer to you as the dude. So, anyway, we've been on the system for several months now. Right after the inception, we came on, and we have since been using the component of the system that notifies other law enforcement agencies. And we were waiting until Joe and the state began to know more about the system so that we could now begin to use the other component of the system, which is to notify you, the public, and the business owners. But what I wanted to come here today and say is that the Sun Prairie Police Department is trained, they're ready, and we are ready to give you, the public, information. And the system I find amazing. After 28 years in law enforcement, this is one of those exciting things where for the longest time, we in law enforcement have been heard to say, God, if we could only get this word out, those kinds of things. Well, now we have a system where we can give you real-time information that is going to keep you safe, information that is going to help have you help us get criminals off the street. And I just wanted to come here today and say that Sun Prairie Police Department is trained. We are ready to give the information. We are giving the information now, and it is well worth $12 a year. We wish that it could be free, but like Joe says, we got to figure out a way how to pay for this somehow. But, pardon?
I'm just saying that's the deal.
Yeah. So just know that if you sign up today, sign up in the near future. We've got officers that are trained 24/7. We do have a bit of a system at Sun Prairie Police Department where we have to follow some guidelines for giving out information, but we are ready, and if you sign up today, you will begin not only getting information from other law enforcement agencies, but from us right here in Sun Prairie, things that matter to you on a daily basis. So I want to thank Joe for coming down, and I want to thank the Chamber for setting this up. And if anybody has any questions, I can take those now, or my office is at 300 East Main Street. Please feel free to give me a call, or stop in and see me. But I urge everybody to please sign up, and the service is more than worth it. Okay, back here.
Linda, he was talking about the officer, the investigative officer. Is that by criteria? Do they have a list of things that decides why they send it out, or is it a judgment call?
Okay, if everybody didn't hear, it's how do we go about deciding what gets disseminated, if it's a judgment call or if we have a list of criteria. And there is a list of criteria. It's separate for each side of the house, somewhat separate. The things that I'll be sending out to law enforcement officers have a set of criteria. The things that I'm sending out to businesses do, but we like to be able to, we don't want to bog the system down with every shoplifter, that comes into Sun Prairie. But what we do want to notify you about is if it's a shoplifting gang, a pattern shoplifting crime, something like that. Those are the kinds of things we're looking at. So yes, there is somewhat of a system that we go by, and some of it, our supervisors make a call on some of that stuff. But it, you know, we have to draw the line somewhere, and it's those crimes that we're going to get the most impact from. Because if we sent you something out, you know, every 15 minutes about Sally who stole some gum at Century, you know, you start to, you know, so we want to send you information that that is going to make an impact, and for individuals that we definitely need help with getting them off the street, and definitely those things that would impact anyone's safety. That's a no-brainer. But it's kind of a long-winded answer to your question, but there is a criteria, yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, one more here.
I guess how would that work for the general public? Like if you signed up as just a regular citizen, then like after the business, what types of things would you be notified of then?
Well, if you, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but if you sign up as a regular citizen, you can choose which areas to get.
Yeah, the way it would work for individual citizens is the types of alerts that you would get would be, for instance, home invasions. In Green Bay, they've had quite a few home invasions, some of them violent. Any types of like door-to-door fraud cases where you, as just an individual, carjackings, things that affect the general public, and the person issuing the alert would select general public as a recipient group, just like they would a jeweler or anything like that.
All right. Thank you very much for letting us talk to you today.